Hey guys, welcome back to the channel with more Stranger Things. This is Season 3, Episode 4, and I'm excited to get back into this. It seems like everybody's starting to catch on to the things that are happening in Hawkins once again. Will felt something on the back of his neck. I'm hoping the other kids believe him. Elle and Max, they came upon Billy and Heather. I feel like Elle probably must have realized that things weren't quite right. Hopefully, with the combination of that and maybe hearing from Will and everybody else, maybe that'll spur them into some sort of action. But yeah, I feel like the first two episodes were definitely everybody just living a kind of normal life with like undertones of terror and horror. But now things are going to get serious. I feel like it'll be interesting to see how Mike and Mike and Elle work together now that they've broken up. I feel like it's not going to last, definitely. Jonathan and Nancy wound up seeing Mrs. Driscoll eating fertilizer. Are these people... I'm wondering if these people are just done for good. Like, how do you come back from eating fertilizer? Like, ugh. Even if they get released, like, their body's going to be going through some shit. No pun intended. And then Mrs. Byers, Joyce, and Hopper, they were attacked or Hopper was attacked at the lab, so they have to know something's going wrong as well. Maybe the kids will reach out to Dustin, find out that there's like some Russian thing is going on. It'd be interesting to see the rest of the gang meet Robin, and realize how perfect she and Steve are together. Anyway, guys, if you want to watch the full reaction, you can check out Patreon in the link in the description below, and let's get started. Wonder Woman.
Who is that?
It's you, Elle.
See, this is where you can't just hang out with Mike all the time. This is Wonder Woman.
Aw, she's like reading to her, and aw, that's so cute.
Let me go! Let me go!
Oh, please don't tell me she's about to blow up like the rats. Pumping it into them. Oh god, that's... I guess the little rats like explode and then like pieces of them like go into this and make it bigger and bigger.
You need to rest.
No, fine.
No, you're not fine.
He's gonna tumble down.
Yeah,
Where are my clothes?
Let's ask him.
She got the plate?
His license plate.
Oh, she only got a couple.
I think was a B, but it could have been an 8. And that's,
I think you should stick to sales.
This is a code red.
Shut up.
No, it's a code red.
The Russian with this key card also has a massive gun. Whatever's in this room, whatever's in those boxes, they really don't want anybody finding it.
I could just take him out.
Take who out?
The Russian card.
Have you ever actually won a fight?
Okay, that was one time.
Ouch.
Jonathan, year prior?
Listen, that doesn't count.
Why wouldn't it count? Because it looks like he beat the shit out of you.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Come on, man, not my scooper.
Not my scooper. Aww.
Tom, if you just
Do you know how I built that trust? By placing my faith
Oh,
in
the whole
something
thing
true you
tilted.
don't seem to value a whole lot. She almost died en route to the hospital.
she would have died if we hadn't shown up. Whatever disease that rat had clearly passed to her, and
5! Mrs. Driscoll is a paranoid schizophrenic.
There's like this eerie undertone of music
But
too.
hopefully,
The whole
you've learned
thing is
something
shot as
valuable.
slanted. Really
you've
well
learned.
done.
Which brings me to my 6th and final fact.
You're fired.
You're fired.
Yeah.
What does it feel like?
It's almost like, you know when you drop on a roller coaster?
Sure.
Yeah. No.
It's like
No.
everything inside your body is just sinking. What if we locked him out here with us?
Tony, hold on. Let me, I'm gonna have to, let me call you back.
Ooh, lock the door.
Really?
Did he work with the Russians to build the
It was
mall?
right before I saw you. You remember when my boys found you and Candace going at it like a couple of bunnies in the back of your Cadillac? Do you remember that?
Ooh.
Does your wife remember that?
I really am rather busy. Parade director.
Who is he?
It's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
on. The police?
Are you insane?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Oh!
Stockport. They own them all. They want to expand to East Hawkins. They needed property, some land. Some people didn't want to sell, so I leaned on them a little. That's all. I swear, that's all.
I don't live in a two-story house on Maple Street. My dad doesn't earn 6 figures. Hell, he isn't even around.
God, here comes an Oliver Twist routine.
Mortgage, college tuition, things that you don't care about only because you don't have to.
I didn't realize I lived in a bubble.
Well, you do. Those assholes gave us jobs.
Is that what that was? That was humiliating. Humiliating. You don't know what it's like.
Neither do you.
I guess we just don't understand each other anymore.
I guess not.
Oh, damn. God. This show is so good. Makes me want to cry.
No collarbones, remember?
Excuse me?
No collar
Yeah, I don't know.
bones.
Missing bones and stuff. You can bend like gumbo.
Not my feet, dumbass. Push my ass.
What?
Touch my butt. I don't care. Come on. Harder.
Push it!
All hands on deck. Ahoy. Come on. Get over here and serve me some samples.
She wants to get Erica to do it?
Normal to get him into here.
How are you gonna...
Hey, shut the door! Come on, kid, shut it!
Yeah, you didn't need to open that.
I think I just threw up in my mouth.
Oh my god. How much you paying her?
Are you claustrophobic?
I don't have phobias.
Okay, well,
I don't
what's
have
the problem?
The problem is, I still haven't heard what's in this for Erica.
We used all their money, right? Oh my god.
You know what this half-baked plan of yours sounds like to me? Child endangerment.
We'll be in radio contact with you the whole time. With nothing.
Child endangerment.
It's true.
Don't you love your country?
You can't spell America without Erica.
Oddly, that's totally true. So don't do this for us. Do it for your country.
If this machine that we've been talking about really does exist, it's at one of these properties.
Forget about sales. I want you to come work for me at the Hawkins PD.
Have to look at your face every day? I don't think so.
Ouch.
I wasn't thinking about him. I wasn't thinking about anyone really. I just don't want to admit that I'm wrong, because if I'm wrong, then
You're what everyone thinks you are.
just a kid who has no idea what she's doing.
It's not easy out there, Nance. People are always saying you can't, that you shouldn't.
Oh god.
This world, it beats you up again and again. Most people, they just stop trying. But you're not like that. You're a fighter. I honestly don't know where you get it from.
Dad. Get it from you. Huh?
Finish it. Then go and sell it to the Indianapolis Star or whatever. I mean, can you imagine their faces when they read a story about their own town in a big paper like that? Why not?
Finish it.
It was a really cool campaign. And Mike and I, we should have never
I don't
did
care anymore, Lucas. I really don't.
This is a real life
There are
campaign.
things to worry about now.
Real life campaign.
If I only see you, and I'm a different species than you, then I should be with my species more.
What are you talking about?
Ooh. Hoo, hoo, hoo.
Did you spy on me? That's totally against the rules.
I make my own rules.
Mike, right there?
Oh.
Yeah.
Commence operation child endangerment.
Can we maybe not call it that?
See you on the other side. Free ice cream for life.
Let's go. Somebody needs to be a lookout in case they come back. Billy.
Come and get me, you piece of shit.
Push him in.
Hi.
Nancy Driscoll.
Nancy.
I'm Nancy Driscoll, her granddaughter.
Convincing. Alright. Is it going to be something very innocuous? Absolutely not.
Step back.
No.
Step back.
No.
Seriously.
No! If you die, I die.
That's sweet, I guess. What the heck?
What the hell?
Oh. It's sinking. It's very fast elevator. Jeez. Nancy, you gotta get the frick out of here. You're gonna be in too much trouble even with the law. Call for help, get out.
Open the door. Open the door! Open the door! Open the goddamn door! I've done things, Max, really bad things. He made me do it.
Who made you do it?
I know, it's like a shadow. Like a giant shadow.
He's activated.
You just trust me.
Get away from the door!
Oh.
Let me out, you bitch! Let me out! I'll fucking cut you!
Knock him back. Wrist rocket! Can he even be a normal human after this? Holy crap. Oh, no. Jeez, what the...
What the hell, you piece of shit!
Oh, God. Did she force it out of him? Is he dead? Nope. Now this music. Oh, I love this song.
Was it her?
Yeah, it was her. She could have killed me.
Not us.
Oh, shit. Alright guys, this episode, all of the kids just want things to be normal, but Will could feel it with, he's got goosebumps, and Elle had sensed something wrong with Billy and with Heather, so actually the one person who's actually rooting for something to be kind of wrong is Nancy, because she wants to be right. Unfortunately, her being right means the return of the Shadow Monster, the Mind Flayer, and... it feels like the proper trajectory for her story, though. Like, even though she didn't know this was like Mrs. Driscoll was connected to the Mind Flayer from the last season, it feels like the first season was trying to save Barb, the second season was trying to get justice for Barb, and then they didn't reveal like the real truth, but this is a chance for her to reveal like everything. So it'll be really interesting. I appreciate Max's friendship with Elle so much. Like, she's reading Wonder Woman to her and everything. I mean, Elle doesn't spend much time with anybody who could be considered like a female role model. I mean, she has Joyce, but we've seen them like twice together throughout the series. And Max is still a kid, but like, so she doesn't serve exactly as a role model, but to have a friend to learn good things from is nice. But yeah, and then all the kids get together other than Dustin, and they walk through the issues with Will and with Elle. Joyce, I'm so glad she gets to show off her intuition to Hopper. Like, she's kind of been known to be like a little crazy, which as the audience we haven't really seen. Like, she can seem manic, but she's actually been onto something like every single time. And that scene with Hopper going after the mayor, yikes. Like, threatening the mayor with his coke problems, then with his infidelity, then physically like manhandling him, like almost cutting off his finger in the cigar cutter thingy. What is that? I don't know what it's called. So Hopper is not afraid to go beyond, and it's very similar to season 1, where I don't know how comfortable I am with this. It's like I'm rooting for him, and it's weird that I feel like I'd be more comfortable with him doing this if he was like a regular person rather than a police chief, because he's entrusted with the badge to keep people safe, and yet he's like hurting someone to do it, which, I mean, for Hopper's situation, I think it was necessary, but there's been so much over the years where abuse of power is like used horribly, or power is just abused rather. And then all the while, Joyce was so cute. Like, Joyce has been very cute for like throughout the series, but like for this season, extra cute. Like who you, like the receptionist, I think her name was Candace. She was like picking up the phone to call for help, and Joyce pulled the cord and was like, "Who are you gonna call? The police?" Really funny. But then Nancy and Jonathan get called in by Tom, and they get fired. I love the Dutch angle when he slams the table, and there's like this little eerie music undertone. That was wonderfully done. But then Nancy and Jonathan fight. That was really hard to watch. I just wish all of these issues had come to the surface earlier for their relationship. Like, they're like, oh, I guess we don't understand each other anymore. But like, of course, like they never actually stopped to talk to each other about these things until they were both so angry they blurted it all out. I'm tripping over my words today. Like, it's hard for any cis-het man to understand what a woman has to go through, and it's hard for any person who grew up well off to understand what it is to be poor, and she has a father who makes 6 figures. Like, geez. And I'm so glad they made the time for this like poignant conversation between Nancy and Karen afterwards. Like, Karen, I've kind of been making fun of her a lot because she's been like flirting super hard with Billy, but we are also reminded that she's a very good mother. She's affirming Nancy's feelings, that this is a tough world for women. She wants a better life for her daughter, telling her that she's a fighter, which she obviously got from Dad. That was so funny. But then, yeah, Karen tells Nancy she's proud of her. That's like some hard-hitting stuff, especially for an Asian American. Like, I don't know any Asian parent, like, ever. Like, I don't, yeah, for all of my Asian friends, I don't know a single one that has said anything even slightly supportive to their child, which is really sad. And I'm just like, the hell, you guys? Because most of the parents I know like immigrated when they were very like teenagers, young teenagers. So like growing up all this time in America, in the United States, they still don't have a grasp on like how to be emotionally supportive of your kid. But yeah, that made me appreciate that scene with Nancy and Karen all the more. And speaking of appreciation, I appreciate Robin so much. She's like so incredibly smart, and I'm really curious what her story is. Like, we don't know much about her other than like band. She's still in high school, I'm guessing a senior, and yeah. I did find out the actress is the daughter of Uma Thurman and Ethan Hawke, so I kind of see it. I also kind of see like I've mentioned in a previous episode that she kind of looks a little like Joyce, like Winona Ryder a little bit at certain angles. And that scene, Dustin has no collarbones. My God. I think they mentioned his disease before, but I don't know. They mentioned him having a disease, but I don't know if they said it by name. And I had no idea, like, no collarbones. Are you serious? I was like in shock. My mouth was gaping for like 15 seconds. But yeah, he still can't fit. And then Robin looks to the side and sees Erica like ringing the bell, and I'm just like, it took me a second. I was like, oh, you're gonna put Erica in the hole? And Erica is so right. Child endangerment at the highest level. At the same time, she knows how to get her worth, negotiating for free ice cream for life. And I like how Steve and Robin have like zero supervision at this job. I feel like right now there's, for the sake of I don't know, I just feel like there are too many managers nowadays in like places where people work. I worked at Costco for like a week, and it drove me insane because like you get promoted based on seniority only. Like doesn't matter how well you do your job. After you're there long enough, you become a manager. So they had me sweeping the floor for like the entire day, essentially my whole entire 8-hour shift, and there were 3 different managers all telling me that the way the other manager told me to do it was wrong, and every single time one of them saw me, they made me change the way I did it. It was so frustrating. And yeah, that pissed me off so much. Anyway, yeah, Erica totally has the Dustin, Steve, and Robin over a barrel. They absolutely need her. And you can't spell America without Erica. That was really funny. Dustin was just like, oddly enough, that's true. And Dustin is really sweet in his own way when they finally make it into the room. Like, he knows he's responsible for getting everybody into this. And when Steve tells him to step back, as he opens the box, he says, like, if you die, I die. Like, trying to take responsibility for his actions, trying to be with Steve. Like, we're in it together, man. I face all the consequences that you face. I just hope it's not foreshadowing. Like, if you die, I die. Please don't be foreshadowing. But they have yet to kill off any kids or young adults. But that would be terrible if they did. Lucas apologizing to Will. It's fun to play pretend, but they've got like a real campaign now, and Will doesn't even care. But I hope Will gets to be a kid again at some point. If there weren't real consequences and people getting hurt and dying, this whole situation would be actually pretty cool for them. But yeah, people are dying and getting hurt. And then we have Mike and Elle's subplot. He comes clean, but Elle kind of has learned the joy of having like other friends. Like, which is good. It's good for her, because anybody who's so invested in one single relationship, if it goes awry, things can go, just horribly off course. And her line, if I only see you and I'm a different species than you, then I should be with my own species. Freaking savage. Love that line. And Max, she was bullied so much by Billy last season, but she still hopes it's not Billy who's taken. But they trick Billy into the sauna room. Billy, you suck, Billy. Come and get me. But they find out it's him, and Elle. That was essentially the first time Elle has lost a fight. Like, without, like, if it was one-on-one fight, she would have lost. Like, that Billy was able to push the barbell off of him. Mike, if he didn't interfere when Elle was getting choked, she would have died. So, yeah, intense. Billy's actor, I've been giving him a little crap because he's like portrayed as this like super sex symbol, and I'm like, I don't see it. I've actually seen a thumbnail of him in an interview, and he looks so much better without the stash. It's like a man, like fuzz. I think he has like a beard, a little bit of a beard, and that looks so much better than like just the little stash and like his hair. But I also think that he's a great actor. He's been great throughout this entire season. Yeah, he's taken a much bigger role, and he definitely can handle it. Really impressed. And one more thing, someone take Elle on a roller coaster. Will was saying like, oh, like it feels like when you fall on the turn of the roller coaster, and do you know what that feels like? And like, yeah. And Elle was like, no. And then there was that Illinois moment. Illinois. Ella's, I love her mannerisms, her way of speaking. It's great. She's also a great actress. And looking forward to the next episode. I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10. Really solid. And if you want to watch the full reaction, check out Patreon in the link in the description below. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.